Can you survive SHTF? I don't know. I'm going to come here and tell you all, I don't know. I don't know your circumstances. I don't know what plans you have. I don't know what supplies you have. I don't know what resources are available to you. I just don't know. I know that if you're not prepared, I know for a fact that millions of people will die. I talked about that in yesterday's video. Go look at it. You, on the other hand, I don't know you personally. I cannot give you a assessment because I don't know you. But let's try to build a frame in here to the most likely people to survive SHTF. Well, just look at the video that I posted yesterday, and everything that I said there, do the opposite. That's it. That makes it easy, right? Well, a lot easier said than done. A lot easier said than done, because a lot of people are always going to say, well, my job is in the city, I can't leave the city. Well, then I hope that you are at peace with God. I'm getting to that point, guys, that you either listen or you don't. That's completely up to you from now on. You don't want to have communication because you say that you're going to just go live in the woods like a hermit, and you're not going to care about the thousands of people that are going to go there and annihilate the wildlife. It's completely up to you. You're going to starve just like they will starve. You're going to be eating tree barks just like they will be eating tree bark. Oh, I will never eat tree barks. Yes, you will. If hungry gets, you get hungry enough, you will eat anything. You will eat worms, you will eat bugs, you will eat anything. I will never do that. Yes, you will. The fact that you're arguing back to me, you will. If not, you will die. Do you see that? The thing is, you're either going to have to do things that you never thought you were going to do, and you come at peace with it, or you will not survive. The key thing is survive. The only people that will survive are those who are willing to do the things that others won't do. Does that make sense to you? I hope it does. When I was in Cuba, it was 100% illegal to kill a cow. Those who survive were willing to take the risk. It was 100% illegal to go fishing. They are heavily regulated by the government. If they catch you, they give you a fine. They probably take the fish away. They will throw you in jail. Oh, yeah. Now, you do a Google search and say, oh, yeah, it's allowed to fish in Cuba. BS. It is a lie. A lie. But that's what you get from Google. Yeah. Today's technology is altering reality. And there's very few people left with real life experience. I wish that those of you who have real life experience, who have lived through traumatic things in your life, you will share it. You don't have to put the comments on or anything like that. I encourage you just to put your phone in there. You don't even have to put your face. Just talk to the phone and upload it so people can listen to you. Because we are losing that. We are losing it. We are getting old. The prepper community is getting old. And the new generations coming in, all they do is base their nonsense in Call of Duty, movies, and auto bullshit. Those people will not survive. They don't have the necessary skills to survive. They do not have the toughness necessary to survive. They do not have the ingenuity to survive. They do not know how to fix a vehicle, an ATV, nothing. What they know how to do is get in the computer, ask AI, what can I do? Change this part. It's not longer fixing, it's changing parts. Those people will not survive. People are too accustomed nowadays being in the city. The city is the new jungle. Isn't that what they used to be called? The city is the new jungle? The concrete jungle? I call that BS. Cities are meant for convenience. They're not meant for survival. Oh, I will bug out. I already talked about this in the previous video. Yeah, the countryside is not like it used to be. So, SHTF, can you survive? I don't know. Are you physically fit? Doesn't mean that you have to run a marathon. It doesn't mean that. It just means that if you 5'10" and you weigh 400 pounds, what's going on here? You think you're going to be carrying all of that fat around? No. Oh, I can't walk. What do you think is going to happen? Mobility is key here. Whether it's to move from point A to point B, whether it's to work outside, whether it's to grow food, to get your water, to protect yourself, you can't move, you die. You understand? You have a choice. The majority of people don't want to make that choice because losing weight is hard. Apparently, in this country, losing weight is really hard because you have so many temptations, because people are lazy, and it is the truth. You know, it is the truth. I have never seen in my life so many lazy people as I see here in this country. And it is so unfortunately. And those are the same people with their hands out. Give me, give me, give me. Oh my God, I'm offended. That's another thing. This society, the United States society, the current society, all of them are, what is it D told me? They are, they're not mentally strong at all. They're smart to use their trigger words and whatnot, but they're not mentally strong. They can't handle stress. I feel triggered. I don't give a hoop about whether you feel triggered or not. You think that growing up in Cuba, I could have come and tell my mom, I feel triggered. You know what that petite woman, my mom is smaller than D, and D is small. You know what that petite woman would do to me? She would slap the crap out of me. And you know what she would say to me? I am raising a man. How many people do that nowadays? Therefore, we have a society of weak men as well. Very, very weak. So, can you survive SHTF? Well, let me tell you. The likelihoods of the majority of people surviving are very, very low. I will say this as well. And I'm going to get some heat from people. Oh my God, Billy, that is not what the Bible says, this and that. Remember, SHTF, I'm closing the Bible. You can keep yours open. I will close mine. I will put my faith to the back burner and ask for forgiveness later. Because that's what I'm going to have to do. I will never forget my faith, but I will have to put it in the back burner. You can disagree with me all you want. That only means one thing: you have never experienced SHTF. That is the reality of it. You will see my old self during an SHTF. And that is something that I hope to never see ever again. Never again. My friends, you have a golden opportunity in this country to prepare. I don't know whether or not that will guarantee your survival during an SHTF, but it sure as hell is going to give you a better chance than those who do not prepare. That I can guarantee you. Hit the range. Make sure that you have water. Make sure that you put some food away so you can get a cushion until you start growing. If you live in the city, get your head out of your ass and move away from the cities. Cities are nothing more than convenience and control. They are not meant for survival. You can't leave, then you sign your own death sentence. That's it. I'm sorry to say that, but that is the truth. Get tools to defend yourself and get enough ammunition. You will need them. It will be a bloody SHTF. And most of all, for those of you who are of faith, hate me all you want for what I'm about to say. In order for you to survive, you will have to do unspeakable things. You either will close the Bible and survive and ask for forgiveness later, or you will die. That's just the way it's going to be. If you don't like what I have to say, guess the Frontier Prepper channel is not the channel for you. But I am not going to sugarcoat things for you to feel better. It will not be pretty. It will be ugly, stinky, disgusting. You will suffer. Your family will suffer. But hopefully, you will survive. That being said, I hope to see you all in the next one. God bless you all, and prepare as best as you can.